Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I've not been posting a lot of videos recently. I was busy with other stuff, but I decided to do this just in case as like a breakup from like my other videos because they're like episodes, AG episodes. But this is more about like my drawings and it's more about like an AU than what I did in the past. So it's like an alternate universe of like a video game I like to play, which is Rolling Sky. So my Rolling Sky AU is called Raid and Friends, and I'm gonna show you my OC designs and where they live and stuff like that, and the characteristics and the designs, or what inspired me to design them and stuff like that. So yeah, on to the first character. So the first character or characters that we're starting off with is Ray Dash. Yes, they both have the same name and they're twins. They're both very adventurous and they like to go around the world discovering places. Sometimes they may even discover new planets. They just go wherever the wind follows. They're around 16 to 17 years old, maybe in between. I haven't thought it out yet fully. I try to make them like basic characters. I don't try to make them anything complex. I just put on, just basic shirt, pants, shoes, like a basic character for like the audience to look at and go, oh yeah, okay, I could try to fit myself into this character or something like that. Because if I try to make it more complex, then nah. So yeah, it's like a clean slate. It's basically like Minecraft Steve, like he's a basic um character design, with the blue shirt, pants, shoes, all that stuff. Like he's a basic character. I try to make Ray Dash something similar to that type of character, just basic designs, no flashy outfits, but yeah, they just like to go on adventures. And yeah, the levels that they represent slash live is Cloud and Massive. On to the next characters. The next characters are Metal Ray Dash, both male and female. Obviously, they're supposed to represent Ray Dash, both genders, but as like robots that are kind of evil-ish, kind of. But they're mostly misguided by their coding. Eventually, the robots, both of them, get redeemed by, well, the protagonists, the original Ray Dash, male and female, and they change their ways and continue on with their adventures and became friends. That's as far as I got with the story. I haven't thought of how they were born. I know they were made somewhere in the level that they represent, Volcano, but I didn't think of who made them or something like that, or what was their purpose besides, I guess, trying to capture both Ray Dash twins. But who made them? Who knows? That's a little mystery. I'm leaving. You could interpret however you want how both Metal Ray Dashes existed. Now it's time to see what other OC designs I've been cooking up in the kitchen. Felisa is one of the closest friends of Ray Dash. Well, twins, I should specify. She lives in a Candyland basically, but the level's called Candy, so yeah. She also has two more siblings, and she's the nicest one and the more forgiving one. And her design is like a pink fox, like an Arctic fox with like pink accents around it. I try to make like her chest fur thing as like a giant heart, even though it might be a little bit hard to see or that, but yeah, it's supposed to be like simulating a heart. And yeah, I just try to make her more friendlier than the other two. I mean, the other two are also friendly too, but their color is a little bit more kind of obscuring more of like the darker color scheme than the brighter color scheme. On to the next character. The next OC that I've designed was named Huvo. Is a young teenage lion. He has like kind of like hair, spiky hair. I based the design off of like what do you call it? Sora's lion transformation from Kingdom Hearts. I don't know which version of Kingdom Hearts or which game of Kingdom Hearts, but yeah, I based this OC off of that design, at least for like the hair and like similar to the face, but I try to make everything else like the body and stuff like that different. He has like a chain, a gold chain with a K on it. Obviously, his characteristics is that he's friends with the Ray Dash twins. He's more like the muscle type of guy. Sometimes he could be a little bit hot-headed and rather use his fists than his brain most of the time, which could kind of get him into trouble. He's a little bit more aggressive than the rest and defensive about his like heritage and stuff like that. But I mean, he's good in his heart. It's just that sometimes his rage kind of blinds him and makes him do things he shouldn't have done. Also, Kubo's level is the forest. Let's see who else is on the roster. So here we have Tima. He's a robot bunny from a futuristic planet. Tima's basically on another planet, different planet, which is more futuristic and filled with robots and technology and stuff. Which, yeah, that's what it is. Basically, that planet is mostly about planet. It's basically metal robots, stuff like that. So he's basically tech savvy. He's an advanced AI. Basically, he could feel things emotionally and physically. He can taste and touch things too. He's basically, how can I say this? Not like an android or an electronic. Maybe. I have yet to. I mean, I know he's a robot, like a very advanced robot from the future, because this planet is like centuries ahead from Ray Dash's planets, and basically, Tima's kind is basically like robot with a little bit of like humans, but it's mostly like taken over by robots because of how the atmosphere changed a lot. So yeah, basically Tima is basically like a new generation of the robots from Mecha and Tactic Core. He's kind hearted too, but he's kind of more, how can I say this? A little bit more aware that he is a robot, and no matter how many upgrades he could get, he's still gonna be a robot. So he prefers to just be himself. Obviously, again, he's good with technology because he's a robot / advanced AI. So yeah, and to be honest, I didn't have an idea on how to design his feet, so I just made it like that squarish design because I didn't have an idea on how to design his feet. So if it looks a little bit off his feet, that's the reason why. It's supposed to be like him floating, like his metal parts is floating. They're not connected together with anything, he's floating. Also, I forgot to mention, Tima's levels is Tactic Core and Mecha. Now it's time to show you the last OC for today's video. Here we have Clown. He's more of an introvert, which is why he likes to cover himself up with his hoodie and likes to put his hands in his pockets. But besides, you know, him looking like an introvert on the outside, if you get to know him a little bit better and, you know, he'll slowly open himself up and you'll realize he's pretty funny. He's a pretty funny guy. His design is obviously a clown with like the teary marks or whatever you call them. the clown nose, his hoodie with like a star in the back. Obviously, he's wearing jeans, belt buckle, I'm pretty sure, shoes, and sometimes there's like parts of like skeleton exposed, like on his neck. It shows like this neck of a skeleton, or like what do you call it? Yeah, basically, yeah, that's what it is. Like some parts of his body are exposed as skeleton, but not all of it. Some parts are like covered. Is because in the level there's like a motif on like clown, but also like skeleton. And even if you look at the clown skin, there's like at first it may seem like a regular clown until when it opens up, it reveals a skeleton with like a clown nose inside. So I try to emulate that design with him, but make him more cute and approachable design ways and not make him look scary and stuff like that, especially since he's like what I said, he's an introvert. He even though he is a clown, he doesn't like to be on the spotlight or shown on in the spotlight. He would rather be in the background, being himself or doing antics. Now it's time to do the conclusion. So yeah, that's it for all of my OCs, at least for right now. I have more OCs in the works that I'm busy designing. I already made them. I just gotta redesign them because some designs, let's just say I kind of copied character design from other, what do you call it? Other franchises, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to get into legal trouble. So I'm gonna just try to change it up a little bit, or just redesign the designs that I already made. Because some OCs beforehand look pretty bad than the new ones. So, and it takes time to draw. So yeah. But hopefully with these OCs that I showed you right now, hope y'all enjoyed it or enjoyed, their personalities and stuff like that. So like, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and thank you for watching my video. I don't know if I'm gonna make a part 2, maybe, but oh well, time will tell.